If solo queue's been rough, you're not winning the matches, and you just don't know who characters you can go to have better chances of winning, this is the video for you. And today we'll be going over the best solo ranked characters for each and every role. Let's hop into it. Alright, starting out with the first tank, we got Doctor Strange. I can say everything about what a tank's job should be, and Doctor Strange will fill it. Not only is his ultimate a game changer, not only does he have insane just gameplay potential with his portal, but his damage can just wipe teams single-handedly, while his darkness can be easily procced by either hitting someone with the auto and their fist combo, and just easily popping an ult and then throwing the darkness at their face. He is a problem to deal with. He's good at getting space, he's good at causing a distraction. What else can I say? There is also a big reason why the higher you climb, and when you start to get to Diamond Plus ranks, Grandmaster I mean, and even top 500, Doctor Strange becomes one of the most banned characters, for obvious good reason. There's some matches where I see Doctor Strange at the top of the leaderboard when it comes to damage and damage blocked, and sometimes even the most kills in the lobby. So I highly recommend, if you're trying to have a big impact as a tank player, Doctor Strange is a must pick for solo ranked. Next for the tank licks, I got Groot. Now he is a little tricky to pick up. He's really good at cutting the enemy off from their tanks, denying heals. He's really good at blocking out snipers too. So if you're definitely below the diamond ranks when snipers are not usually banned, I'm talking Hawkeye, I'm talking Hela, then definitely pick up Groot. He's easily will put away those snipers because the walls will be a hard thing to deal with unless they have a Punisher on their team. His ultimate, another great ultimate as a tank, easily game changing, can easily take over in any situation. I highly recommend though, if you are going to use Groot's ultimate, calm with your teammate. Unlike Doctor Strange, you're not able to clear them up as fast, but calm with your teammates. A little tip, Groot has an insane ult combo with Moon Knight. If you have a teammate who plays Moon Knight or a duo, hit them up and hit that combo. That combo was so strong, it can even pierce Luna Ultimate. It can pierce Luna Ultimate. Now for my last pick for the tank roles, it has to be Magneto. Now he is a little bit harder to play and not easy like Doctor Strange or Groot, and takes a little bit of aiming, but if you can get that aiming down and project the enemy's movement to get those burst damage in, he can take over matches so easy. I'm not even talking about his ultimate. His ultimate is okay. Is okay in some situations, not always the best. You can sometimes get 1 or 2 picks at the most. Maybe in lower elos you get more picks, but only good for 1 or 2 picks. But his auto attacks are so good for hitting the back line. If you could focus out a support and easily just pick them off with 2 or 3 hits, sometimes you don't even need to do all the damage yourself. But you can if you have the good enough aim and good enough skill to. But usually the supports or anyone who's weak like DPS, they'll be easy 1 or 2 shot for you. So much damage. And I'm not even talking about building up his ultimate fire too. His survivability is crazy. His shield takes unlimited damage for a certain amount of time. Not like Doctor Strange where it could just be up and just create space and only has 800 health. But you can have a good chunk of damage blocked by holding that shield up. And I'm not even get to mention his own personal shield that you can have on yourself or throw on, say, like a diver. Say you're doing with a diver like Black Panther or Psylocke. They can be more in the backline and have more survivability due to you. Honestly, my go-to tank whenever I have to fill, and a great solo tank to pick up. Now moving on to the DPS category. Now a little disclaimer, characters like Hela and Hawkeye will not be on this list because once you hit Diamond, these characters are often banned 99% of the matches. So first up for the DPS, we have Psylocke. Psylocke is just a great DPS, probably the best DPS that's not banned every single game. They have great short range burst, they have great pick potential, and their ultimate, done and placed right, can easily win you games. Now I know Psylocke is a 5-star difficulty character. That means you have to get a lot of reps in and play times in, but once this character is truly mastered, can carry you to the highest of ranks. Now, before I made this list, I realized I was hard stuck Diamond 1 and low GM 3. A lot of the times because my DPS characters were just not the ones who can change and alter the game. So it was just out of my hands. But Psylocke, she can get picks to steamroll the fights, she can get in the back line, take out the support so your team has an easier objective, or overall just cause a lot of distraction and make the enemy spend resources on you, which also allows for easier team fights. Next, we got Star-Lord, kind of similar to Psylocke, but his survivability is a little bit different. He can't go invisible like Psylocke, but he can also dash around that gives him invincibility frame, which is really cool because they can help him get out of ultimate situations. He's able to dodge stuff like Iron Man ults, Magneto ultimates, etc, etc. He has great good burst potential, but it requires a little bit more tracking than Psylocke does. And his ultimate, if used properly, making sure you're tracking the support's cooldowns and you're just not doing it in the wide open where there's no distractions, can easily get 3 to 4 picks or sometimes just wipe up the entire team. He's a really good character, but playtime is definitely required for this character. Last but not least, we have Bucky. Now, Bucky is a weird character. He randomly will just get picks if someone's out of position. He'll constantly be putting damage because that's his bullets can go through multiple targets. And his arm. Can't forget his arm. Can easily pull 1 or 2 people out of the enemy team. And if you know how to use his shift combo perfectly, you can easily put them in your back line and have your whole team target them for easy pickings. Now, I love to use it on the tanks because once the tank's out the way, a team fight's a lot easier. But if you can grab a support or any DPS and just get a free pick, numbers advantage, most of the time will just let you win that team fight. And this is not even mentioning that all his health he gets from each ability he used, the fact that his ultimate is really good for cleaning up fights. There's just a lot of playmaking potential with Bucky, which honestly is really surprising for me because usually DPS characters and hero shooters don't get this much playmaking and skills. Now, starting off with the support category, I'm pretty sure you guys already knew this was coming, but Mantis. There is a reason Mantis is one of the most banned characters in higher elos. The amount of heals she can put out is still great. She has a lot of damage amplifiers, so your whole team will be doing more damage on average. Not to mention that she's fast as hell, a hard target, slim model. Her ultimate has heavy denies for things like Psylocke ultimate, Starler ultimates, sometimes even a little bit of Punisher ultimate. I wouldn't say all of Punisher ultimate, but she can definitely save a team and move them out of the way from a Punisher ultimate. So really good there. Not to mention her scrimmage potential. Like she can actually take some 1v1s reliably and win. At the end of the day, Mantis is one of those characters who has everything going for her and has a lot of effect on a team. Survivability, damaging, and getting picks, even from herself. Next on the support list, we got Luna. Probably the most annoying support, another high band support, the higher you go up on the ladder. She just draws out matches. Her healing is second to none. And not to mention her own freeze, which can help defend herself against people who dive her. And it leaves someone frozen for a good amount of time. She has good sustain with the ability to heal by just placing a tag on someone or just switching to her alternate fire that bursts more heal. Definitely good at keeping your tanks up. And her ultimate charge, I gotta say, is really, really fast to build and easy to build too. If you're looking just to heal bot your way to high ranks or just heal bot your team through any situation, Luna is definitely the character for you. Now, I will admit that tracking your teammates and getting good at that might be a little bit hard, but once you get it down, your teammates will rarely ever die, ever. Last but not least, I put some time in thinking about this, and my last support for solo has to be Warlock. Now, his heals are great. Now, he's not good at healing the entire team, but he can get a tank from low HP all the way back up in a nanosecond. Now, you do have to be patient with his heals. He has an ability which is really good for countering out dives and stuff like that. So if you, or say your backline is getting pressured a lot, pop your shift and you guys are sharing health and getting a slow amount of HP back. Really good for surviving out long battles. Then not to mention that if you get dived, you get to come back for free. So it's like a free res on like an 80-second cooldown. And now say if you're queuing up with a Mantis, she also gets that team up for a res. And Mantis is a very, very standard pick. So that's 2 reses right off the back. And you have a game-changing, or I would say game-saving ultimate. And if you know your team's about to die or you know your ultimate, go play behind some wall, play out of position, and then summon your team back. And that's a whole nother team fight with the enemy just wasting the resources. Now, a little tip when popping his ultimate, I recommend you use your shift so your teammates are a little bit harder to kill and then pop a heal right after. Most times you'll get your whole team back up and ready to fight. But that's going to do it for my solo ranked characters. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. I think I may have missed a character or two. Or, let me know your guys' experience. I play on PC. People on console might have a different meta. So just let me know. And if you enjoy the video, I brought some value, please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And with all that out the way, I hope you all have a good rest of your day.